Scanner marked high risk. She kicked the champion backwards and asked when it'll admit she's the risk. The Galactic Combat Assessment Facility hummed with sterile efficiency as Sadie walked through its pristine corridors. Every species in the known galaxy came here to be evaluated, categorized, and assigned their threat classification. The collective needed to know what each race was capable of. For safety, they claimed. For control, Sadie suspected. "Human designation, Sadie Chen," the automated voice droned. "Please proceed to Scanner Bay 7. She'd volunteered for this. Earth's admission to the Galactic Collective required representative samples from their species to undergo the standard assessments. Sadie had been a mixed martial arts champion back home, and when they'd asked for volunteers who could handle themselves, she'd raised her hand without hesitation. The scanner bay was a massive circular chamber, walls lined with sensors that glowed an unsettling purple. At the center stood a collective overseer, a Threxian, all chitinous armor and compound eyes that reflected light like oil on water. "Step into the scanning field," it clicked through its translator. Sadie complied, standing in the designated circle. Energy washed over her, tingles racing across her skin as the machines analyzed everything from her bone density to her neural pathways. She'd been through worse during training camps. The Threxian's antennae twitched as data scrolled across its handheld display. Its mandibles clacked together in what might have been confusion. "Curious," it said. "Your species' physiological readings are contradictory." "How so?" Sadie asked. "Your skeletal structure suggests fragility. Your muscles contain inefficient slow-twitch fibers. Your reaction time is adequate but unremarkable. Your natural weapons are—" It paused. "Essentially non-existent. No claws, no venom, no defensive plating." Sadie smiled. She'd heard variations of this her entire life, just in different contexts. Too small for heavyweight, too slow for professional leagues, too human for superhuman expectations. "And yet," the Threxian continued, mandibles clicking rapidly now, "the scanner has flagged you as high risk. Tier 4 threat classification." "Tier 4? Sadie's eyebrows rose. "What does that mean?" "It means," a new voice interrupted, "that the machines think you're dangerous." She turned to see a human male entering the bay, Noah Torres, another volunteer from Earth. They'd met briefly during orientation, former Special Forces if she remembered correctly, with the kind of easy confidence that came from seeing the worst and surviving it. "Noah," the Threxian acknowledged, "you've completed your assessment?" "Tier 5, Noah said with a shrug. "Apparently I'm extremely hazardous." Their words, not mine. The Threxian's whole body seemed to stiffen. "Two humans, both flagged at the highest risk categories. This is unprecedented for a species with your physical limitations." "Maybe your scanner's broken," Sadie suggested. "The scanners are never wrong," the Threxian insisted. "They have evaluated 17,000 species over 4 millennia. If you are classified as high risk, you are high risk." "Then prove it," Sadie said. The Threxian's antennae went rigid. "Excuse me? You've got combat champions here, right? Fighters from all these dangerous species?" Sadie stepped out of the scanning field, rolling her shoulders. "Let me fight one. If I'm really Tier 4, I should be able to handle myself." "That is highly irregular." "I'm curious, too," Noah interjected. "You've been testing us, poking us, scanning us for 3 days, but you haven't actually seen what humans can do." The Threxian was silent for a long moment. Then its mandibles spread in what might have been a smile. "Very well. Follow me." The combat arena was built for spectacle. Tiered seating surrounded a circular pit 50 meters in diameter, its floor covered in some kind of adaptive material that shifted between sand, stone, and metal. Hundreds of aliens filled the seats. Word had spread fast about the humans who'd been flagged as high risk. "Your opponent," the Threxian announced, "is Kraxen, three-time champion of the Vordash pits. His species evolved as apex predators on a world with twice your gravity and predators that would make your dinosaurs flee in terror. Kraxen entered the arena from the opposite side. He was massive, 3 meters tall, covered in scales that looked like they could deflect bullets, with 4 arms ending in claws that could shred steel. His species, the Vordash, were classified as Tier 6, extremely high risk. Sadie felt her heart rate increase, but not with fear. This was familiar territory. The pre-fight anticipation, the assessment of her opponent, the mental calculations of reach and leverage and timing. "No weapons," the Threxian declared. "Victory by submission or incapacitation. Begin." Kraxen roared, a sound that made the arena floor vibrate, and charged. Sadie didn't retreat. She'd learned long ago that hesitation got you hurt. Instead, she moved forward at an angle, slipping past his first claw swipe. He was fast for his size, but he fought like someone who'd never faced serious resistance. Why would he? He was a walking tank. His second swipe came high. Sadie ducked under it, stepped inside his reach, and drove her elbow into what looked like a knee joint. The Vordash anatomy was different, but joints were joints. The leg buckled. Kraxen stumbled, surprised, and Sadie pressed her advantage. She couldn't match his strength, so she didn't try. Instead, she used his own momentum against him, sweeping his other leg out from under him. 300 kilos of apex predator hit the arena floor with a thunderous crash. The crowd went silent. Kraxen tried to rise, but Sadie was already moving. She kicked hard into his center mass, and despite his armored scales, the impact drove the air from his lungs. He rolled, tried to grab her with all 4 arms, but she was already gone, circling, staying out of reach. "Come on!" she called out. "Is that all a Tier 6 can do?" Kraxen roared again and lunged. This time Sadie timed it perfectly. She sidestepped, grabbed one of his arms, and used his own momentum to flip him over her hip. A textbook judo throw that sent him crashing into the arena wall. He slumped, dazed, and didn't get up. The arena exploded with noise, shock, disbelief, and from the small section where other humans sat, wild cheering. Sadie walked to the center of the arena and looked up at the Threxian overseer. "So," she called out, breathing hard but grinning, "when's your scanner going to admit I'm the risk?" The Threxian stared down at her, its compound eyes reflecting 1,000 tiny images of the human who'd just defeated a champion from a species that should have torn her apart. "Tier 4 was insufficient," it finally said. "We may need to recalibrate our entire classification system." Noah appeared at the arena's edge, laughing. "Want to know the really scary part?" he called out to the assembled aliens. "She's not even our best fighter. Wait until you meet our soldiers, our hunters, our mothers protecting their children." Sadie looked around at the hundreds of alien faces, all staring at her with something that might have been fear, might have been respect, might have been both. "Humans don't win because we're the strongest," she said clearly, her voice carrying across the arena. "We win because we're too stubborn to quit. We adapt. We learn. We find a way." She smiled. "And honestly, we're just getting started." The scanner had called her high risk. Looking at the faces around her, Sadie thought it might have been underselling humanity by quite a bit.